Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Bellied Up Podcast. We are brought to you by Fleet Farm.
We love it.
Miles,
Yes.
you got a little bachelor party coming up this weekend, fella. Oh, my gosh. I'm super bummed that, that I
guess
can't
who
make
declined the invite?
Hey, I was booked already. You didn't ask me what weekend is good for me to attend your bachelor party before planning it.
Yeah,
you know.
you're right. You're right. My bad.
All right, Miles. It's you're a very Midwest fella. And where are you doing your bachelor party? Where did you decide? Are you snowbirding it?
Yeah, I want to play some golf on my bachelor party, so
where are you going?
head to Arizona.
Arizona, nice.
Plus, it's like the only place like that that's got a direct flight from Fargo, so that's also something you gotta take into account. Living in Fargo is how many layovers do you want to do in different cities? So,
and your brother is planning it.
Yeah, I mean loosely.
Loosely, who's really planning it? Who's doing the
We're
work?
doing it
here?
together, I think.
Doing it together.
Yeah.
Now, so that's
I'm
kind
too much of a control freak to just let someone plan a whole party for me. You know what I mean?
See, I'm the exact opposite.
You didn't plan anything for your bachelor party?
My bachelor party, my buddy was also getting married, so we basically just made it a joint bachelor party. We went skydiving in Racine, Wisconsin. You know, which I don't even think the place is open anymore.
Still kind of cool though.
Yeah, it was fun. Have you ever been skydiving?
No, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, it's kind of a goofy thing, kind of a waste of gas. But you know, it's honestly, it's fun. Well, I mean, think about it. It was fun. I'm glad I did it. I don't think I'm gonna go do it again. Anyway, this isn't about me though, Miles. This is about you. You're gonna go play some golf.
Classic Barons.
Making it all about himself. Miles, what are you going to be doing festivities-wise outside of the golf?
Just drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
You're not really into those classic bachelor parties?
Oh, no, we'll be at the strip club. I think we got a couple of strippers coming over to the Airbnb, probably like, I don't know, talked on YBR, probably 2 per guy.
Really?
Yeah, you're going to want to cancel your gig and come.
No. No.
Just kidding. There will be no strippers. I feel like that's a lost art.
The stripping?
Yeah, the bachelor parties have strippers. I think that's not a thing anymore.
No, I think, it's kind of one of those. I don't know. Is that a thing? I actually haven't been to a bachelor party in a while.
I've been to quite a few bachelor parties now. No strippers at any of them.
Well, that's probably for the best.
Oh, yeah, I would agree.
It's a lot of money to spend.
But I'm feeling a little bad for strippers. They're not making as much money these days because they're not having bachelor parties.
I bet
have
you
strippers.
I bet you
people don't think about the economy and the type of toll that modernization of bachelor parties have taken on the stripping community.
You know, it's a great way to start this podcast, Miles. I have not heard this thesis yet, but I'd love to hear what your solution is to this economic problem.
Well, we got to start, if we're not going to have strippers at bachelor parties anymore, we got to start including them in other activities. We got to find another way for them to get their bag, you know?
I suppose that's true. Look at a real man of the people.
Yeah.
All right. So,
where do you think a good spot for strippers to be?
Well, first of all, pole dancing is not only an art form.
Sorry, you're right. I should be calling them dancers. I shouldn't be calling them strippers.
Yeah, exotic entertainers.
I apologize.
You know, and honestly,
so where should we be putting these exotic dancers?
Well,
at?
I think there's actually plenty of venues. There's a lot of like burlesque shows and all that, which are actually kind of fun to watch. You know,
why is that?
If you call it burlesque, it's different.
Yeah,
you know?
why is it fun to watch?
Well, because the athleticism of these folks is incredible. It really is. Have you ever done pole dancing?
Do you think that they make a reinforced steel pole that can hold me? They don't.
That's what I'm going to get you for a wedding present, I think.
Get me a pole that actually will support my weight.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'll make it a flagpole so it's not just going to waste, you know. We'll put it right out in front, you know. Or just outside your garage where you got all your workout stuff, just Miles, you know, riding the pole. You know, that'd be fun.
Yeah,
that'd be really good.
I guess we could probably. I mean, I take that back. They can make poles that he can. Fireman's pole.
Yeah, you get a fireman's pole. That'd be cool. Do you think Ann will let you put a fireman's pole in your house?
I think I just won't tell her. If we build a new house, I'll just sneak one in.
Are you building a new house?
No, I'm saying if I ever build a new house,
I
can just sneak it in and just label it something else. I'll call it a laundry chute.
Yeah.
She was like, and this is a laundry chute. Let's keep going.
Wait,
whatever. And then I'm gone and I'm doing something or whatever. And she opens the door to the laundry chute and it's just a fireman's pole. And she's like, oh, that son of a bitch.
Well,
I was thinking, like, why not have, like, at retirement parties, why do we not have strippers at it?
You're still on the stripper thing.
Well, that's what I'm trying to get to is like, where is some good spots that we could include them in because they've lost the bachelor party thing.
I honestly don't know if they've lost the bachelor party thing. I think a lot of people are still. I just haven't gone to a lot of bachelor parties in recent memory.
Jared,
and even the ones I went to, I can't really remember.
Have you been at a bachelor party with a stripper?
I haven't.
Well, all right. Well, then I'm wrong. Okay. Well, they can teach pole dancing classes, yoga, Pilates. I mean, these are some athletic gals.
Yeah, it's like, let's maybe bring the outdoor cat inside, is what you're saying.
Well, they're indoors in the. I'm trying to find the analogy here.
Metaphorically, well, a wild outdoor cat that does some risque stuff. We gotta pull them inside.
Yeah.
Have them do some fitness classes.
Yeah, it is quite the workout doing that. Okay, well there's some ideas. So what are you guys gonna do at night then? When are you guys gonna play cards? What are you gonna do for?
We're gonna go to Twin Peaks.
Oh, Twin Peaks. Okay, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, that's a nice establishment. I hear they got really good wings. Yeah. Yeah, every time someone says like Hooters or Twin Peaks has good wings, it's kind of like saying, I read the Playboy for the articles,
Yeah. Well, no, I watched that documentary about Playboy, and they said that they were absolutely monumental in the media landscape.
Oh,
came out.
There was a
the articles were.
I do think they actually had some good articles.
It was a self-done documentary.
Yeah.
At the end, they're like, "This was brought to you by Playboy Enterprises."
Yeah.
Like,
shocking.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Tell your own story, I suppose.
But yeah, I think you're just gonna do the classic, bachelor party stuff. Maybe drink yourself into oblivion, play some golf, probably smoke some cigars. Feels like a bachelor party thing to do is smoke cigars.
Sure. Yeah. Have some stogies. I'm actually a little upset that I'm not going because now I'm going to be out of the loop during the wedding.
Yeah.
Like the thing is with a bachelor party, it's a way for you to make friends before the wedding. And then we get to the wedding. It's like, oh, Dave, what's up, man? Jeez.
Last time I saw you.
Yeah.
You were face down in a snowbank.
Yeah. In Arizona. How'd that happen? But no, it's going to be awkward for me coming to your wedding because I'm coming, I'm coming there. I'm going to have to make fast friends with everybody. Like at the ceremony, I'll be making friends.
You know what I'll have to say, though, Charlie, is I think no matter what, I don't think you're going to have too tough a time making friends.
Well, I'm nervous about that, So I kind of...
I'm going to do an inside joke and tell everyone coming to the wedding, we're going to email everyone but you and say, don't talk to Charlie Behrens as a bit. Even if he tries to talk to you, don't talk to him.
That would be really funny. That'd be really funny if you did that. But you just told me now, so...
but you're like, there's no way he's going to do it, right?
Yeah. And then I'll probably forget about this because I forget like everything, So yeah, that actually would be really mean of you. So
hey, Derek guy, why are you walking away? Miles is doing that thing.
I don't appreciate your impression of me, by the way.
Do your impression of me.
Okay, so can we eat before we do this podcast?
Do normal me, not hungover me.
I'm trying to get your voice. You kind of talk in the back of your throat a little. You're a little nasal. Do normal me, not. So, okay. Do you like this hat? Think they'll sell? I hate it. It wasn't my idea. It's Tyler's idea. Stupid. Well, you want any snacks? There's some jerky there. It's probably expired, but yeah. So I've been thinking. Then you walk over to the whiteboard and you just draw like a bunch of stick figures.
A bunch of circles.
Yeah. Every time I walk into Miles's office, he's got this whiteboard there and I try to figure out the story of what inspired what is on the whiteboard because it's like squiggly lines, some mountains, a person on the mountain climbing it, an arrow headed down the mountain, another arrow.
Random words.
Yeah, random words.
Something that just says it just says like potential or like industry standard stuff, like this random words.
Yeah, it's like you were watching a YouTube podcast or a YouTube video on how to build a business, and then you were just regurgitating like what you remembered from it, kind of.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's good. Well, it's how you got here, so you know.
Hey, right there, you contributed to the bachelor party. That was my roast.
I'm bummed I'm missing your roast.
Yeah, you could have roasted me.
I could have roasted you in Fargo on stage, but I chose not to.
Why didn't you? You missed an opportunity.
I did miss an opportunity because you did not hold any punches back in that. Did we say how you ended it on there? Did we say that? Yeah, it was up on stage, and then Miles, he roasts me for 5 minutes, and then he goes, "No, I'm kidding. Charlie's actually a pretty good guy, even though he got divorced." Okay, here he is. The audience just confused.
They're like, "Wow, that was like actually way too far."
Yeah,
even for a roast.
Yeah. Well,
all right.
What do you think,
let's
Miles?
Take some callers, Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
Take some callers.
Welcome to the Bellied Up Podcast. Who we talking to?
Oh, wow. Hi, Charlie and Miles. My name is Rain.
Rain?
Yeah, like the weather, but it's spelled like Wayne, but with an R instead of a W.
Hell
Gotcha.
Yeah. Wayne with an R? What's cooking, my man?
I'm driving home from work. I'm a wastewater operator. And I'm listening to the podcast like I do every day. I'm sorry. I'm in shock right now that I'm actually talking to you guys.
Rain,
really
first
cool.
of all, Rain, that's the perfect name for a wastewater operator because, when it rains, that's when it's toughest on the system, is it not?
Yes, Charlie. Yes, it is. Trust me.
Oh, Rain also. Sorry. I thought of the greatest tagline if you were ever a bartender. You ready for it? You could be mixing up a drink. You got the bottle, you're tipping it in, and you go, you know what? When it's rain, it pours.
That was a polite laughter Rain just gave you. He just gave you a polite laughter on that, Miles.
When it rains, it pours.
Well, when it rains, it pours. You got to make it rains.
I know, but you would change it to when it's rain, it pours.
When it rain, it pour.
Anyways. Sorry.
With my customers. And when they come in, they make their money rain at me, and then it pours.
Ah, yes. Make it rain.
Make it rain, then I'll pour. There you go.
I'm liking this, Rain. Hey, where are you managing the wastewater facility? What city?
I'm in my facility is out here in Holly Ridge, North Carolina.
Oh, how's about it? Okay. Nice. Well, what's on your mind, Rain? Belly on up to the bar with us.
Well, I've seen your channel, Charlie, for a long time now, like since COVID, really.
Yeah.
And I found the podcast, I want to say about a month ago, and I've already gone through it all on Spotify, unfortunately.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Well, thanks for doing that.
Thanks for the entertainment. It helps me get through these long days. Trust me, this past weekend I was working a 13-hour on Saturday, Sunday, and then today I did a 12, and I got to go back in at 2 a.m.
Holy smokes, we got to do more episodes for you.
Well, I'm going to be looking forward to it. It's funny that you said made that pun, Miles, because I was just listening when I had seen that you guys had tweeted. I was just listening to the one where you were talking to the guy about what was that? Some kind of beer he was trying to get you guys to drink, and you said it sounded like a gas, Charlie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Grain belt.
I think Green belt. Yeah, that's right. And you guys were just talking about how Miles was trying to steal your pun thunder.
My pun thunder?
And then Miles immediately made fun as soon as I got on here.
I said that?
Yeah,
I said pun thunder?
you didn't say pun thunder. Trust me, that was out of my stupid mouth.
I like pun thunder.
I done it too. I was gonna take credit for that.
Yeah.
big time. I'm like, yeah, that sounds like me. Oh, well, yeah, that sounds like me. Well, you didn't say it. Oh, okay.
Okay, fair enough. Well, Rain, oh, go ahead. You're mid-story. Keep going, guy.
Oh, I was just gonna say that, like, a couple days ago, I was at the plant and I had you guys playing in the background, and I was replaying the Ditch Chicken episode because it was funny. And I'm at this place. We have this place called a spray field. It's where we spray and irrigate. So it's our post cleanse water. It's called creek water, essentially, is what we call it, because it's essentially as clean as the water you would find in a natural running creek at this point.
Sure. Yeah, you can dump.
And yeah. So we have infiltration basins and this spray field that has over 1,000 spray heads on it. So part of my job is making sure that these spray heads operate properly.
It's a big job.
And it can be, especially in the heat. Luckily, though, it's cooled down out here, though, and I'm real happy about that. But the weird thing about it, though, is that the entrance of our spray field is the Holly Ridge Police Department shooting range. So it's inside of our property in our fence. So we go through the fence to go work on our spray heads, and there's, at least twice a week, there's about 5 or 6 cops at the shooting range with an instructor. And I had the Ditch Chicken episode on, and I had gone on the opposite side of the shooting range because it's covered by a massive dirt berm. So there's no way of ricochets or anything like that, luckily.
Sure.
And I am bent over in the field, covered in mud and just dirty, and it's, not a good time.
Sounds just like
But I've got the radio I've got the radio playing the Ditch Chicken episode. And it gets to the part, and I'm kind of zoned out at this point because I'm really focused on work. But I've got it turned up loud enough so I can still hear you guys. And it goes silent for a couple seconds, and that's when I caught on that I didn't hear it anymore. And then it was just the guy shooting the shotgun, and it made me jump. And in the process of that, I turned around and I looked at my truck and I kind of laughed. But when I had jumped, I didn't realize I dropped my screwdriver. So I got back down on my knee to get it, to get back onto the spray head I was working on. And I knelt down on the screwdriver and it dug right into my calf.
Oh, no.
Son of a bitch.
Screwdrivers, they got to come with a warning on them. I've been saying this for years.
Yeah, it's one of those tiny, tiny ones that has to be able to fit into the nozzle of the sprayer so I can get things like dead bugs and frogs and little rocks out, because that's what really clogs them up a lot. And so I just dropped it, and when I knelt down, something poked me, and I thought I had knelt down on a strong piece of hay. But then when I looked down and saw that I had a screwdriver handle sticking out of my leg, I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I didn't do too much damage.
Tell me more about.
Yeah. What I love. Do you ever watch?
Hold on. We need to know more. Tell us more. What happened after that?
Well, I had only gone in, I would probably say about like a half an inch. So I just ripped it out and went to go clean it. And that was the end of that. I just thought it was really funny because of the circumstances. I was, because at first I heard the shotgun and I like stood up because I was like, are they using a shotgun right now at the range?
Well, this is great. This is great. You know, I love how we can just integrate ourselves into your workday here and also wound you in the process. So I do apologize about that.
Yeah, you all healed up now, or that just happened?
Oh, it was, well, see, I work an on and off week schedule. We do 8 on and 6 off. So it had to have been 2 weeks ago. I'm at the end of my week right now.
What's the weirdest thing you saw over there at the wastewater treatment facility?
Well, we have this thing inside our actual plant, which everything is gated, by the way. We've got 3 locations that we operate. We have 2 operators and our supervisors, so we're a very close-knit team.
That is crucial details for the story you are about to tell. I know. I'm excited about where this is going because you've really laid out a fortress of fences and a team. So what happened then?
So inside of our actual main plant, where we do 90% of our actual operating, because that's where our influence is coming in at.
Yeah.
And so we have this thing called a reject basin, and that's where we bypass when our thing called our equalization tank which is what takes in all of the influence. When it gets too full, we bypass into our reject basin. And so it's a huge, I'd say about maybe a 1/4 acre size pond that we hold the dirty water to be cleaned for.
Yeah.
And there is a 10-foot long alligator that lives in it.
What?
And he is white with black stripes on his tail.
You got a zebra alligator living in your wastewater treatment facility?
I have a picture of it that I would be happy to send.
Yeah, send it over.
Twitter.
Send it over. Now,
I'll definitely home.
Is this just a white alligator who found some shit, or is this an actual black and white alligator? I best describe it as a mini boss you would find in Red Dead Redemption 2. Can you tell me about Red Dead Redemption 2?
As soon as I said it, I was like, I've never heard these guys talk about video games.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm looking up pictures of other black and white alligators, and all that's showing up
all it is
are
black
drawings.
Drawing of it.
Oh wait, here's one white alligator, and then there.
It's also with a black alligator.
Yeah. So you got an albino alligator.
I wouldn't necessarily see. That's what I was saying. I wouldn't necessarily call it albino, but he's a light gray.
Well,
he doesn't. He's
you
not.
You said he was white.
He's pretty white. When I send the picture over, you'll understand.
Yeah, maybe we need to see a picture. Is that some weird chemicals in the wastewater treatment facility that maybe turned them white?
Well, there wouldn't be any in the reject basin, anything other than the normal stuff that you would find in this kind of water, like a little bit of ammonia and phosphorus, just like, because like there is urine in there.
Oh, this alligator likes the piss.
Yeah, I would say so. We recently found out though that because we've known about that one for a good minute now, but we recently found out because my boss was taking a look at the reject basin, and a baby popped up out of the water right next to him, and he took a picture with it. And it was
no, a baby alligator, Miles.
Oh,
yeah. Sorry, Miles wasn't.
That would be. I'd be leaving that job.
Okay, all right. So
you're leaving the job?
No, Miles, geez Louise. So if there's a baby alligator, there must be more than one alligators because I don't think alligators, I'm not a biologist. I don't think they're asexual. They don't do it like plants do.
That's kind of where the problem is, Charlie, because we've not seen another one.
Wow.
And that comes back to the detail of how heavily fenced it is.
Yeah, which is a crucial detail.
And you know that your buddy's not lying about it because you are a tight-knit group.
Exactly.
They took a picture of it.
Well, we want to see these pictures.
Well, that can be easily doctored in today's world.
Is the baby alligator albino as well, or no?
He also looked gray, like a little bit light gray. But we do have a third one in one of our separate locations. He's all black, and we call him Wally because we've known him the longest.
That's what I would name an alligator I've known the longest, too. What's the name of the albino alligator?
We actually hadn't come up with a name for it.
But what were you leaning towards? What were you guys leaning towards, you think?
Here, let me think of something topical to the podcast real quick.
Okay. Or you could just call him number one, because...
Well, that would be...
Maybe I'll Tippy.
Tippy. Oh, Tippy the alligator.
The alligator that eats children.
No, Miles, there were no children involved in this. It was a baby alligator.
Oh, it was okay.
Well, geez, this is
baby center. Miles, are you having a baby anytime soon?
Gonna start trying here at some point. I still got to figure out how to do it. I haven't been informed real well. Is there anywhere I can? Is there anywhere that there's an instruction manual or maybe something I can get some tips from?
Rain, do you have any kids?
I have 2 boys, Jackson and Jameson.
Well, Rain, you know how it's done. Tell Miles how to have kids.
Okay, so you take the lime and the coconut and you mix it all up.
I'm not a big metaphor guy. You're gonna have to hit me in the head with it. How does it go?
Now, how do I keep this family friendly is the real question.
You don't gotta. We can bleep it all out if we need to.
Well, see, I got down to business as soon as I could because I was one of those guys who was the oldest in the house, and I had a father who was deployed all the time, and I had 2 younger sisters that I was taking care of. And so once I met my wife when I was 19, we got pregnant a few months later, actually, because we had met when Hurricane Florence tore North Carolina to shreds. And I had her move down here with me, and 3 months later, we found out she was pregnant. And so our son Jackson was born in 2019, and then our son Jameson was born February of 2022.
Wow. Okay. So,
Yeah, he'll be turning 1.
So, can you describe to me how sex works?
So I tried to get past that, Miles. You're really going to make me say it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you undo your pants, right? Okay. I can't fucking do this.
You're gonna have to explain this to your kids at some point, man. So let's practice now.
Yeah. You're having the talk.
Now.
Pretend Miles is Jameson and have the talk with him.
All right. So, see, but I've always had it in my mind that I would make it uncomfortable as hell for my kids and
you can do that here.
Explain to them how sexy their mother is.
Wow. Wow.
Go for it. Let's do it.
I am feeling so uncomfortable, but all right.
I thought you were supposed to make me feel uncomfortable, not you.
Yeah. Rain, what's this about for you?
What?
Why are you uncomfortable?
I'm just trying to keep it family friendly, but if we're not going to do that, then all right.
Just give it. You already dropped the F-bomb, Rain. So, family friendly went out the window. Let's hear how babies are made.
All right, Miles. So what you do is you find someone you really, really care about.
Done.
And you make sure they know you care about them. And it's also important that they care about you so that you can both really feel the love.
I don't know what
and then you take all your clothes.
Oh, go. You're getting to the good part.
And then you snap that belt buckle off. You smack her on the ass with it, and you tell her.
Wait, with the belt buckle?
With the entire belt.
Oh. No, it's way different.
Wow.
Okay. I've now taken off my belt. I've smacked her in the ass with my belt. Now what?
What if Ann doesn't like the whole belt
just
thing?
Let him. He's this close.
Well, he went for the belt thing.
He's this close.
I don't think you need a belt deal to get into this, but okay. Hey, I'm not going to question how Jameson was born. If your wife's into it, that's great. So,
no.
Okay, so you are speaking from experience. You use the belt, then what?
And then you get under the covers, you take all your clothes off, and you just roll around together until things happen.
All right. That's it.
Wow.
Just roll around.
Just roll around till things happen.
All right. Well, you're going to want to work on that when you give your kids the talk.
Yeah, you got a lot of work before you give your kids the talk. I'll tell you that. You might want to take the belt part out. I don't know if Jameson's going to be able to figure that one out,
Oh, I was just jesting for sport.
Well, this has been a really good call. You got anything to buy, sell, or trade? Maybe a belt?
Well, actually, I do have one question real quick, Charlie, if you don't mind answering it for me.
Sure, Rain. Let me know.
Well, I started making these just fun little YouTube videos for my channel that I just thought were fun to make, put together. They're little gaming music videos. And I've been at it now for probably about a year. And I've made little headway, but I would like to know if you have any kind of advice on getting into that platform.
Yeah, they're YouTube videos. What's the name of your YouTube channel, Rain?
It's Shinobi Ocean.
Shinobi Ocean. How do you spell that?
It would be SHINOBI Ocean.
Okay, and that's the name of your YouTube channel. All right. And what kind of videos did you say? Gaming videos?
Yeah, they're these short, between 2 to 4 minute videos. They're with some music playing in the background, and it's just gameplay, and with a little bit of memes sprinkled in. A lot of times the channels that do these kind of videos, they throw in too many memes, and it gets too convoluted with the gameplay. And so I wanted to present more play over memes because everyone sees memes everywhere.
Well, I'm now your 20.
You don't want to meme them to death, that can get out of hand.
Yeah.
I'm now your 28th view on what's the name of this video? MW2 is out, I guess. Okay, you're gonna want to work on your titling, maybe make something a little more engaging of that. Now let's read your description. Occupying my time waiting for gun, game, and or gun fights, knockouts, Ike though. MW2 gameplay to the music of Cal Scrooby, Donnie Darko, Cal Scrooby.
Yeah, I
like that.
Yeah, I want to see more of you. That's my initial reaction there. I like the gameplay, element, but I'm not a huge gamer. So if you're asking me personally,
Shut that off.
Rain, I want to get your person. You know what you should do? It's all about finding your niche, okay? So, you start with this gameplay, but then I want to hear about the wastewater treatment facility. And so if you talk about the wastewater treatment facility while you're playing the game, I mean, I think you could carve out a real good niche for yourself, okay? You could
what?
Yeah.
Actually, I've had the thought recently that I'm not a fan of TikTok, but I know the power behind it. I've recently maybe starting either one of those or just doing YouTube shorts and making a series of just basically what I'm doing at work and just recording, things like the gators popping up and then times where I have to repair spray heads and fix belts that could tear my arm off.
Yeah, if you can make it a lot like the grounds crew TikTok where they replace the cups every morning and show how they repair grass and do all that, I think you got a real thing going. But
you'll find your niche real quick, and I like shorter videos are better. That way you can see how well it's doing and all that. But you know what? Get it after it. Go for it and send us your videos, man. It was so much fun talking to you. And shoot that albino alligator with a camera, not a gun. Put that on TikTok. I'll love that. Okay.
Yeah, I'll send that picture over here in a minute so you guys can take a look at it sometime.
That'd be
good,
awesome,
man.
my guy.
Yeah,
Thanks for calling in.
Thanks for answering. It was a real pleasure talking with you guys.
You too.
Awesome. Take care, my guy.
Everyone's got an uncle just like him.
Rain, I love the guy.
That just great guy. Entirely too many details in stories.
He's a detail guy.
He's a detail guy.
He's a detail guy.
He's a detail guy.
He
likes the details.
He wants to make sure he's really setting the scene.
But then the one thing we wanted details on, he didn't give us any details.
It took him a while to get there, and then he started going on some weird details with that belt situation. I'm like, geez, Louise,
All right. Well, we got to take another caller.
Yeah, you bet. Cast, who's on the horn?
Hello, it's Shannon.
Hey, Shannon. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm just driving home from work.
Where do you work?
Oh, I'm a nurse at an assisted living.
Yeah, where?
In South Dakota.
Oh, what city?
Phillip. It's really small.
That's awesome. What street do you live on? Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding.
I don't live in Phillip. Actually, I just work in Phillip.
Oh, real good. Well, thanks for calling in. Belly on up to the bar with us. What's on your mind?
I need some advice on how to not hit deer.
Oh, good. Very good.
Or a good grill guard for a Durango.
Okay. So you're looking for advice on how not to hit a deer in the Midwest.
Yeah. All right, here we go, Charlie.
Yep.
Charlie, how do you avoid deer with your car?
Okay. First things first, work the brights game. Okay. And you got to do the brights. You got to do them polite. Okay. So if another car's coming, lose the brights. But if there's not another car around, pop those brights. Make sure you got full visual.
Well, I was maybe going to go the other route. You're saying headlights brights?
Yep.
I'm saying just cut the headlights all together because the last thing you want is a deer in headlights, and that's when you end up hitting them. They just stand there. So if you don't have any headlights on, they'll just keep running by, and you won't hit them at all.
You should take both those pieces of advice for the next week and tell us how many deer you hit using Miles's advice. Okay. So first one, you try that. Second piece of advice is eyes always scanning. Okay, so
constant vigilant eyeballs.
Yeah, do not be texting or be distracted driving. That phone should be in the on the driver's seat, okay, and face down. All right, so and you're not just looking for deer. Okay, a lot of people, that's the mistake they make. They're just looking for deer and they miss the smaller critters. Then all of a sudden, smaller critter comes out in the road. And oh, geez Louise. Now you're surprised by that, and bam, that's when a deer jumps out. Okay.
Don't get distracted by the small game. Run those right over.
Exactly. In fact, always run over anything. No swerving. That's how
that was gonna be my next piece of advice is always have your hand on the e-brake. So at any moment you can then drift around whatever creature comes out on the road, like Vin Diesel.
Okay, you can take Miles's advice on that, but when you tip over your car, you can call Miles at. Hang on, I'll give you his phone number.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, I would.
And he can come get me out of the ditch.
He'll come get you out the ditch. He's just in the top bunk of the Dakotas.
Yeah, I'm in North Dakota, so it's not too far.
Yeah, he'll come right down to the bottom bunk. He'll help you out that ditch, no problem. But yeah,
they seem just to be attracted to my car. I've already hit like 4.
You've hit 4 deer? Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I have to leave for work at like 4 or 5 a.m. and they just pop out of nowhere.
By the end of the winter, you're gonna have a baker's dozen of deer.
Yeah. Now, when you hit the deer, have you kept any of them?
No, because I don't hit them hard enough to kill them.
Well,
that's great. They're just walking around wounded. They'll get by a wolf will get them later.
What do you mean you don't hit them hard enough to hit them?
How slower you drive?
Yeah.
Okay. Next piece of advice: gun it when you see a deer, so you can put them down humanely.
Yeah, or you'll just pass them. Because if you're going so slow, that's why. If you were going faster, you would have missed all those deer. Think about that.
Answer me this: do you happen to drive by a deer farm at all?
Yeah.
No, but I drive by a ton of cornfields.
Okay.
And soybean fields.
Hey, maybe take the long way home.
Farm.
You live on a farm. She's not going to avoid it. She's surrounded by cornfields.
Yeah.
So you live on a farm. 4 deer, though. 4 deer is absolutely incredible. You know what I think? I think the next deer you hit, because like next week, you do need to have.
She uses my technique.
Well, Miles, I don't know. I'm trying to not kill her. Hitting the deer's one thing. You have her going Fast and Furious, Sioux Falls Drift. Well,
no headlights on?
No headlights. That is straight up. You are basically giving her all Vin Diesels. Remember that one where they turn their headlights off to go? That's what you were doing. I just got Miles's joke on all of this. This is really good. No, the next deer you hit, you've got to go track that deer down and clean the deer. And then I think you'll internalize what happens, the consequences of hitting a deer, and you're going to just going to be more careful.
She's trying to avoid it.
Well, I know, but I don't think she's internalized.
It's not like she's like, hey, I didn't hit any deer on the way home. It sucked. It was so uneventful going home.
How much damage have you done to your Durango?
Enough.
Have you had to take it into the shop, or is it just dents right now?
Yeah. Oh, no, it knocked out my fog light, the last one, and cracked the grill.
Well, you're not using lights anymore, so you don't got to worry about that.
No. That one was fixed now. It was $8,000 worth of damage.
Holy smokes! You got a big problem on your hands, and no back straps to even offset the cost of this. This is terrible. And you haven't killed anyone dead. Not one is plopped down on the side of the road.
Not that I saw. I stopped just to see the damage, and then kept driving to work because I was late.
Oh my gosh! Well, I'm kind of. One thing you could do is you ever seen Mad Max? I'll take that as a no. What you could do is.
Oh, you cut.
Oh, I says, have you ever seen
Have you ever seen
Mad Max?
I haven't yet.
Okay, well, you watch
I
that.
haven't.
They put some really interesting things on the top of their grills, like these long, like kind of spiky situations. I'm not saying spikes, but kind of just put two big long PVC things.
Let's do like a shish kebab.
Well, you could do a shish kebab.
Yeah, so you put a little spike on the front, and then as you hit them, they just keep sliding further on. And then when you get home, you just throw it on the rotisserie, and you got a whole couple of deers. Yeah,
it's not bad at all. That's one option.
No.
Or you go to Fleet Farm, you get yourself some 2x4s, okay, and you extend them off the top of your grill. You kind of just drill them. Actually, both sides of your car, just drill them up to the door, so you can still open the door. Drill them there. And then put two big medicine balls, the kinds of things that people get at their house, for like doing sit-ups, but they never do it. And then do basically the 2x4s are going to capture in these medicine balls. I say you get 5, 6 of them. You hit a deer, it's going to go boink, and it's going to just bounce. Yeah, just duct tape. It can even be simpler than that. Just duct tape medicine balls to the front of your grill, and then them deer, it's going to be like
bounce off.
They'll bounce off. Exactly. That's it. That's the solution.
That's perfect. That's perfect. I'll get my husband right on that.
Okay, real good. Yeah, and tell him I said so. If you need help, Miles will come right down.
No, Charlie, just do a tutorial video on this. I think this actually be good. Yeah,
put it on YouTube.
Yeah, we're not going to ever completely be able to stop hitting deer. Let's just make it like softer for deer when they get hit, right? So maybe even an airbag system could be good. As soon as a deer comes in the road, you just push a button and they, explode out.
The bags deploy. Yeah.
The deer bag.
The deer bag.
The deer bag. I like it.
That's a YouTube video.
That is.
Right there.
Yeah, I think we'll have to put this on a video for sure. We'll use your car, Miles.
Yeah, we can use my car.
Perfect.
Oh, you can use my Durango.
All right.
Practice on the
It's
Durango.
already got damaged, so it's probably pretty smart.
It's fixed. It's fixed now, but it's inevitable it'll happen again.
Well, you know what? Not anymore. Not with the deer bags.
Not anymore. That's right.
Yeah.
I think my husband's getting tired of paying the insurance bill on it.
So you're gonna put a cattle guard on the front of this thing, or what?
If that will prevent the $8,000 worth of damage, I'm up for anything.
Possibly. I'm not an expert in cattle guards, but sounds like it could be a good choice.
It could. I could try it.
Well, it seems like the deer. Another good thing to help avoid is the deer seem to be going in the middle of the road and you hitting them. So you should try driving in the ditch.
You do have a Durango.
Go where they're not.
Wow. Yeah, that is kind of closer to their habitat, though, if you're in the ditch.
But have you ever heard of anyone hitting a deer in the ditch? It's only on the road.
No, I haven't. Yeah, actually, that's true. When you put it that way, Miles, genius idea.
Thank you.
I do have to ask, why are all these deer so attracted to you? I've never heard of anyone hitting 4 deer this close together. Did anyone spill dope pee in your car? Are you riding windows down? Are they attracted to something?
I don't know. My kids like to drop a lot of food in the car. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe I don't. Maybe it's just where I live.
Yeah, it's probably just where you live. You're right.
Sounds like your local DNR needs to be handing out more deer tags so you can control some of the population. I think is the real thing here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I can get landowner tags and just
start mowing them down.
Yeah.
You're already mowing them down, though.
You know what you should do? I know what you should do. You should start breeding wolves.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, start releasing wolves.
Reintroduce the wolf population in South Dakota. Yeah, you're gonna piss off a few farmers, but
I mean, maybe more some ranchers. I don't want to get rid of all the cows in this area.
Well,
Charlie wants you to.
No, the wolves will have enough. The wolves will. Although I suppose a cow is slower than a deer, they're gonna go right for the cows.
It is.
Yeah. It's a tough one. I don't know. I think deer bags is our best bet. So
Deer bags is
I
great.
think
yeah,
so.
we'll be over in South Dakota. We'll rig up your Durango with some deer bags. Okay.
All right.
Well,
Sounds good. If you ever come to Wall, South Dakota,
Whoa.
yeah.
What? You're in Wall, South
Yeah.
Dakota?
you been
North
No.
of Wall.
No
Yeah.
way. I didn't believe that anyone actually lives there.
Yeah, no, not a lot of people do. I don't live in town. I don't think I could ever live in that town. I
Well,
live north on a farm.
Okay, gotcha. You know what Wall, South Dakota is famous for, Charlie?
drywall. I don't know. What?
Wall drug.
Wall drug, dude.
Oh, wall drug.
How are you not connecting
Holy
it?
smokes! I had no idea. Wow.
Free ice water. Free ice
Jeez.
water.
Coffee's only 5 cents.
Well, Miles, I've been
and
trying.
if you're honeymooning, you get a free donut.
Do you really, Miles? Forget about
Yeah,
Hawaii.
Yeah, I'm not.
Just go to
thanks
Wall.
for telling everyone where I'm going to be on my honeymoon.
Oh, well, what?
Anyways,
It's a tourist trap. Don't waste your time.
Oh,
Well,
don't undersell it
yeah,
like that.
Come on.
And soon, Wall, South Dakota is also going to be known as the birthplace of the deer bag.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, we'll be able to
We
put
can
up
make some billboards.
I was gonna say we could put up a few more billboards. I don't have enough of them
Yeah.
where we could
No.
advertise the deer bag, and you can only pick it up in
Yeah.
Wall.
I love this.
There you go.
so glad you called in. Well, until we get there, do us a favor. Watch for deer.
Watch out
okay?
for deer.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll try my best.
All right. Well, your best has not been good enough to date, so you're gonna have to try a little harder than
it
your
has
best.
Actually, no. Okay, last piece of advice. Sorry.
Yeah.
You can't always get what you want. So what you need to do is you actually need to start trying to hit deer with your car, and then you'll miss them.
And then
It's like gambling, right?
That's actually
reverse psychology.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea, Miles.
Like when you're playing bingo, you're like, I don't even want a bingo. You know, but if you feel like you're
then you
trying
get
to
one.
get a bingo, you never end up getting it.
That's true. You know what?
That's true.
I'd agree with that. We've given you many tactics here, okay? And you know what you do now is up
I'll
to you.
use all of them.
Yeah. So
Yes.
So hit a deer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like break a leg.
I'll do that.
All right, real good now.
Well, perfect. Well, thanks.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Tell your folks I said hi.
I will. And you tell yours we says hi, okay?
I will.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye now.
Charlie, I think we got to get deer bags going.
I do. I mean, we could shoot it tomorrow. You know?
No, I mean, I think as a product, I think we can pitch it to Fleet Farm. I think they're going to love it.
The deer bag.
Yeah, it's just like a little thing that goes across the front.
You know, I bet here's what I bet it is. We put a game cam. We strap a game cam to the front of the grill, right? The game cam will see a deer, and it's the fastest game cam ever. As soon as it sees that deer, ignites the deer bag, which will just be a shop vac blowing up a big, yep.
You're like, what is that noise? Deer bags are filling up.
Yeah. That's great.
We'll get it going.
We will.
All right, guys, we're recording this episode in the past, so you're listening to this episode while I am currently at my bachelor party, and I'm probably out somewhere soaking up the sun, hitting golf balls, and I'm probably sucking down a couple tippy cows. I can tell you that much. There's nothing better than getting ready to marry the old ball and chain by sipping on some tippy cow. Charlie, you having a good time sipping tippy cow at my bachelor party right now?
Miles, I'm having such a good time sipping this tippy cow at your bachelor party. How'd you get this on the plane?
Carry on.
Mm-hmm.
I had a case that I put on and the whole thing, but I'm so glad that you were able to make it to my bachelor party because you're such a good friend. You would never miss it for the world.
Would never miss it for
you
the
would
world.
never miss a chance to drink tippy cow with me at my bachelor party. You would never do that.
I canceled my gig just so I could come hang out with you on your bachelor party and get yelled at for disrespecting the golf course.
Can't wait to get the invoice in the mail address to the amount that gig cost you.
Yeah. Well, I'll get you
a true friend in Charlie Barron's.
I'll get you a really good wedding present.
And what do true friends do together?
They back.
They clink a glass of Tippy Cow and tip it on back.
Don't that taste so good?
Ooh,
Real Wisconsin milk.
tippy.
And folks, are you going to the Fleet Farm or no? If the answers are no, you gotta, check your head. It's
Your
more
hat?
than check your head.
hat.
Check your head. It's more than just a hat rack. Okay, my dad always says that to me.
That's a good line.
Yeah, get over to the Fleet Farm. It's got everything you need. Spring is coming up, so you need some bins for organizing. You need a new broom to do that spring cleaning. You need some trash bags and whatnot to take stuff to the Goodwill. Get on over to the Fleet Farm. Oh, birds are coming back. Get your bird seed. You got to change out the winter bird seed with the spring bird seed. You got new species coming from the south back up north. So get that spring bird seed. Get it over there at the Fleet Farm.
We love it.
And bring your binoculars too, because they got birds in the store. How's about it?
Hello, who do we got on the line?
Oh, no shot. This is Thomas from Woodstock.
Thomas from Woodstock.
No way.
How we doing, Thomas?
Oh, I literally just got in my car on my way to work, and I figured I'd give it one last ditch effort, give you guys a call.
Is it the whole evening, night shift, or what's going on?
Yeah, I work 6 to 6.
Okay.
Where at?
I work security at local 3 hospitals here.
What's the key to hospital security?
Not let patients, what they say, get to your head.
What do you mean?
Well, usually we get called. It's some agitated patient that no longer either wants to be there, that has to stay, and or is starting to fight nurses.
Okay, so I my thought was external threats, but in reality, the real threat's inside already.
Yeah, well, so the one of the 3 hospitals, the one I'm going to tonight, is actually a psychiatric hospital. So got to have extra staff on standby.
That pause there said it all.
So you can imagine.
Yeah. So
What's the craziest thing that's happened?
wrong choice of words?
Oh, I would love to share, but I don't think I really can.
Oh, a little if I told
HIPAA.
you, I'd have to kill you situation.
Are you under the HIPAA?
I certainly am.
Okay. Well, let's
Well, that
not
was a
get you
test.
fired.
That was a test, and you passed.
You passed. Belly on up to the bar with us, though, and tell us what is on your mind.
So, actually, I got a couple things for you, but you guys remember Carter, the bartender you guys spoke with a couple weeks ago?
Sure. Yeah, Carter.
Yeah, he's actually my best friend. And so, he hasn't officially asked me yet, but he said I'm going to be the best man at his wedding this year.
No.
Oh,
you know
what
what?
do you
man?
mean he hasn't officially asked you yet?
Well, me and him are best friends, and, he's always said it. But, it's one of those things where it's he said he's going to send something to all of his groomsmen.
And you
So,
haven't got it yet?
I'm just kind of waiting on
Time
that.
out. Was this
No,
the
we
guy that
haven't
was
yet.
asking about engagement advice?
No, he was a bartender down in southern Wisconsin. He, one of our other buddies, his girlfriend got them gifts.
Oh, yeah. Yep. And we went through the techniques to the bartender, how to get their attention. Yep. Yeah. So, assuming makes an ass out of you and me. So I would be holding your breath until I wouldn't be holding your breath. It sounds like he hasn't sent you anything.
And does Carter have brothers?
Carter does not have brothers.
Okay, well then that's not an excuse. Okay, so if I wouldn't be a shame though if he didn't ask you, if he asked his new friend.
I'm not going to be an ass and like expect it to be me, but after saying it a few times,
you kind of expect it.
You kind of expect it. Now, are you calling us to low key tell Carter how you feel? Is that what you're doing?
Well, I'll tell you, no, I mean, I'm assuming if I'm speaking with you guys, this might go on air, so he's definitely going to hear this. But I'm just like, how long does a best man speech need to be?
Oh, okay.
Great question.
Yep. Perfect.
It needs to be not too long.
Great answer, Miles. Great freaking answer. That gives them a lot to work with.
But it's like, okay, well, if you are absolutely amazing at giving a speech and everyone's laughing and the crowd's going wild, like it would be if I had to give one, then it can go on a little bit longer than if you're like listening to paint dry.
Yeah, I think it's less about the time and more about how funny it is. Okay, because nobody wants you to get up there and be emotional and talk about how much you love this guy. That's assumed. Okay.
Also, you don't want to say how much you love the guy too much because then everyone starts murmuring about you and his relationship.
Right. They're thinking a throuple is going to happen in this marriage, So
cool it on how much you love your buddy.
Yeah. We know you love him. You're his best man. We get it. And we're sure you had a bunch of sentimental things happen in your life.
We just want you to talk about the one time that he went to jail that no one knew about. That's all we want to hear.
The best man speeches I've ever heard are just roasts of the groom, and just roast the groom. Be kind to the bride, because you want to have privileges over at the house, and if you roast the bride, it's not going to happen.
I might lose those.
What'd you say?
But no, if I go after the bride, I might lose those privileges.
Yeah, you might. I would say 10 minutes is
a lot.
I would go 7 minutes.
7 feels okay. 6 to 7 minutes. If you're not very funny, maybe 5. If you're a little funny, you could stretch it to maybe 8, 9.
Yeah, and if you're not funny at all, I mean, get in and get out,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I said this, I think, on our other podcast too. It's like people only remember 2 things about a best man speech. Was he funny? And did it go too long? Those are the only 2 things you got to be worried about. Be funny and don't go too long.
Oh, man. Pressure's on now.
You're stressing, yeah. Now, are you a funny fella? Do you think you're going to be able to write some good punchlines or no?
I would like to think so, but I guess that's not for me to decide.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Let's game it out.
Yeah.
Everything's gone according to plan so far. You get a nice package in the mail. You're now the best man. It's wedding day. Dinner's wrapping up, and it's time for speeches. What's going to be your opening line? Shoot it to us.
Oh, well, I don't know if I could do that because, Carter's going to be listening to this.
All right, Carter. Carter, if you're listening to this, gonna need you to shut it off.
Yeah, earmuffs, Carter.
Carter, you're gonna skip ahead. All right.
Oh, go ahead. Do you have an opening line? That's tough to come up on the spot.
I mean, not yet,
Okay, let's just come up with a funny story about Carter. What's the funny? Give us some facts about Carter.
Oh, jeez.
Just list off facts.
You put me on the spot.
How tall is he? How tall is he?
Like 6'1".
Okay, average, not an angle. What size pants does he wear?
Hell if I know. I don't know.
Just guess, dude.
36.
Okay, average there too.
Okay.
What else?
He's a bartender, so you can make some bartender jokes. Is he a good bartender?
I think so. But,
he's
I like my drink
drunk.
strong, and he knows how to pour them to me, so.
He knows how to pour them. Okay.
There's an angle. It's, he always makes sure to get to know the customer so that he can satisfy the needs of the customer. And that's also what he's done with his beautiful bride. He treats her so good.
Yeah. I mean, that's something. We're moving. Can you think of some bartending analogies? Like shots, beer. I'm just listing off bartending. We're awful at this, Jeez Louise.
You gotta let him. You gotta let him talk.
I know. I gotta let him talk. All right. What else about Carter? Just where'd you guys meet?
I went to school with him back. I met him when I was in first grade.
Okay, give us a story about his first girlfriend in first grade.
Oh Jesus. Well, there's I don't care. We'll start dishing out names. The girl's name was Eve, and it was just your average first grade relationship. You're like hiding from each other at recess and all this other crap, and then I mean, as much as I can remember, it's just your stereotypical young two kids just who've got the title but have nothing to show for it.
Yeah.
What's your best memory?
That's a good joke. Tell him that not much has changed. He still has nothing to show for it.
What's your best memory with Carter?
Oh man, we've been through life. I say life. I mean, we're 21 years old.
That's a funny joke. And then you're like, wow, you guys move fast. How long has he been dating his gal?
I want to say like just around 3 years.
3 years.
Maybe over, maybe just under. I mean, he was in a difficult spot. They met like right before his family left for Africa. His parents are missionaries. So like, I don't know if they consider the relationship started then, but I guess it really got together once he came back after like 2 years.
Did you say that his parents do missionary?
Are missionaries, yeah. Miles. Jeez Louise.
Is that what he said?
Jesus.
Yeah,
that would be a great joke.
Missionary.
That would be a great joke.
Yeah, it might be, except they're very religious, and I don't know how that.
Oh no!
And Carter's parents are, they're like parents to me too. We grow up together, whatever, and they're missionaries, but they also conceived Carter in missionary. It'd be a great joke. I bet everyone would laugh.
I wouldn't do that joke. You know what, Miles?
It's not giving me much to go off of, Charlie. I'm trying to make gold out of just something normal.
I know. Well, now he introduced a very troubling concept to this. His parents, if they're super religious, sometimes they're not really into the whole joking thing. You kind of limit your jokes here. Are they gonna laugh at this? Do they have a good sense of humor as folks?
They generally do.
Okay.
And I just don't know where would be crossing the line. It's going to be a lot of probably like jokes related with those two that everyone will understand, but
inside jokes.
I don't know but at what point, like, is it crossing the line?
Well, you'll find it. And
throw out the missionary joke, test the waters, then you'll know.
If their faces turn bright red, then that's where the speech ends.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I think your best bet is to write out a bunch of different facts about Carter. See if you can find some punchlines. There's definitely a bartending joke in there. Oh, his parents drink, though?
Not much.
Not much. Are they happy with him, with his profession as a bartender?
Well, he's just a bartender on the side. He's an EMT.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
EMT. There's some jokes
Everyone
in there.
knows that about Carter.
Yeah, I knew that the whole time. Yeah, I mean, keep going.
Well,
I got 9 months to prep for this thing, so I'm in no rush, and I've had some ideas here and there, but it's just I don't know what time frame. And do I need to memorize this thing, or
no?
Is it all right to have like a piece of paper or something there?
Yeah, just write it on your phone in your notes section. Just read it right off your phone. Yeah, no one expects you to memorize it, or you can write it on a piece of paper if you want to get fancy about it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we gave you as best advice as we could, going off of the information that we had, and
I couldn't give you much myself there.
Yeah, well, you're gonna need to know more about your buddy coming here in the next 9 months.
Oh, no, trust me, know plenty, but it's just coming up like the better things off the top of the head.
Okay.
Oh wait, you're just gonna. Oh yeah. Don't wing it. Whatever you do, write it out.
Absolutely not.
If you wing it, it's gonna end up like this phone call right now. Look at us. We're all trying to wing it collectively, and we've come up with one half-baked missionary joke, which his parents are gonna hate.
What do you mean,
Miles? It was half-baked. It was half-baked.
It's a great joke.
No, if you want to do that, say like, of course, Carter's parents are here. Carter's parents are here. Or no, Carter, of course, is here because his parents did missionary. I mean, are missionaries. You know, you got to like mistake it like that.
Or no, you go like, oh yeah, everyone knows Carter. He's always a man on a mission. It's probably because his parents are missionaries and they conceived him in missionary.
Yeah, that could work.
That was a pretty good one.
Well, it's better than the other one. Yeah, you kind of have to riff it out like that. But start thinking of some fun stories. If you have like one fun story with Carter that could kind of symbolize something else, you know, and make it comedic. I don't know. There's a way in there. Just figure it out.
It's gonna have to be a lot of good jokes and transitions.
Yeah. You'll get it. All right, you got 9 months. And you know what? It's a moot point if Carter decides to go with his friend Tim to be his best man anyway.
And you're off the hook, and you can just get as hammered as you want at the wedding. You don't even got to worry about a speech.
I guess that's true, yeah. You know, it's like jury duty. You know, you don't really have an option once he asks you.
No, you can. Just say that you got to work. You work out of town, so you can't go to jury duty. Tell him that just to avoid the speech that you just, hey, I'm not gonna make it to the wedding.
Hopefully Carter doesn't hear this. Hopefully Carter doesn't hear this podcast and then hear where you're at with the speech so far and then go with another guy. Carter, if you're listening, right? What's that?
He knows that I'm not going to be, it's not. I tend to not. I'm not going to say I'm a last minute kind of guy, but like. You know, it's definitely gonna take some planning, and I got 9 months, so
yeah.
I'm worried about it now, so I got to make this thing good.
Yeah, if he's getting married in October, November area, you're probably gonna start it. It says getting married October 15th, October 14th sounds like a good time to start a speech.
That sounds about how my speeches in school went.
There we go.
Well, good luck with it.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in, man, and good luck and congrats to Carter. And tell him that we say hi, too.
He'll definitely hear this, and I'm sure I'll hear from him. So,
all right.
Real good.
But thank you, guys.
Yeah.
You bet.
Good talking. Well, Charlie, I think that wraps up another episode of the Bellied Up podcast, wouldn't you say?
I'm still trying to think of bartender jokes. There's something in there. You know, there's something in there. I'm going to think of it as soon as this is done.
I just can't. My brain can't think past the missionary joke. I'm sorry. I'm no help here.
Yeah, I know. Tip, you know, there's something in here.
Just the tip.
Speaking of which, tip your bartenders.
Yes.
Okay.
Guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one. We love you. And don't forget to tip your
bartender. We already said, don't forget to tip your bartender. And we said that already.
All right.
Okay.
See you guys.
We really crashed that landing. That's a good one.
Go get some sleep.
Yeah.
Over.
Yeah, I know. See you guys.
Yep.